fucking day game cold approach at the mall? That isn't where you met your balanced boyfriend?
Or Tinder.
Really? It wasn't through day game cold approach at the mall. It was through a common fucking friend, MOAmentoring.com. I have a question. This is always something that I wanted to know. So you just mentioned the current guy that you're dating now, Jordan, was introduced you to by a common friend?
Yes.
The previous boyfriend before that, how'd you meet him?
Oh, God.
What gig was it?
Yeah, just through social media.
So Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd you meet your last boyfriend? The last dude you were dating?
Yosemite.
You were just out there hiking? You just bumped into him?
Damn. Yeah.
Okay. And the
saved your life from a grizzly bear.
It's fine. And the guy, but no one introduced you. There was no common friend.
Oh, yeah, I have a common friend.
You had a common friend. Did you have the person before that you were dated? How'd you meet them?
Who did I date before that? I haven't dated someone in a long time.
Okay. Well.
Okay. It was also through the same friend.
The same friend. Awesome.
Yeah.
Steph, how'd you meet the guy you're with now?
At Wet.
You guys work together.
Yeah.
So lots of common friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the guy before that, where'd you meet him?
Through a mutual friend,
Through a
and then
mutual
he
friend.
slid in through my DMs. Yeah, because he was living in LA. So then we were just friends the whole time. And
I
then
think I met him. I think I met the previous guy too one time.
Yeah.
And Domo, the last guy, the guy you're with or were with, where'd you meet him?
Through friends.
And then before that?
I've kind of always met my guys
Through friends. Okay,
yeah.
so your guy's
Through
saying
my
it wasn't through fucking day game cold approach at the mall? That isn't where you met your balanced boyfriend?
Or Tinder.
Really? It wasn't through day game cold approach at the mall. It was through a common fucking friend, MOAmentoring.com. MOAmentoring.com, you fucking... oh my God, bro. Yeah. It's so crazy. You guys wonder, like, why? So the thing is, that's what I'm known for is, like, I build social circles for people. Yeah. And they always wonder where I came up with this or, like, this is some ancillary thing. And, like, no. Every girl that I talk to that's beautiful tells me the exact same thing that I knew what your answers were going to be. I knew it was all going to be either one of you was going to say Instagram and the rest of you were going to say fucking through a common friend. And they all these guys are like, no, dude, I do hardcore cold approach at girl. I just go up to random girls at the fucking mall. Like, it's just so crazy to me when I hear this shit and they sell products. They literally sell fucking products trying to teach guys that this is how they're going to meet women. And I've been telling them for fucking 15 years, this is utter nonsense. It doesn't work. Your percentages are so fucking low. I'm not saying you can't ever walk up to a girl. My point is, it's a lot better when you guys are at an event where you have common friends. There's this, like, sort of, like, as men, we don't need comfort to have sex. I'm not afraid if I had sex with anybody that they're going to fucking hurt me. Although there's a few times where they did. They're like, and I mean physically hurt me.
She'll drain your bank account.
Yeah. They're like, I'm not worried. I'm bigger than the...
Consensually. If you want it consensually.
I'm bigger than the women. I'm not worried. For women, you guys literally have comfort that you have to have. You need to feel a certain level of comfort towards a man before you have sex with him. Part of you doing that the first time has to do with common friends letting you know, hey, he's not that big of a fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or he's dated other girls. And guess what? They were also pretty, which means he's capable of dating a pretty girl, which means that he's probably going to be normal. Does that make sense? Right? Yeah. For you guys, it makes sense. It is so crazy. Even in 2022, I still have this argument with dudes. They still think that no, what I teach is like nonsense. No, all these girls just said, the last 8 of them, 7 of them said, I met somebody through a common thing. Now, I do want to bring this up.
Oh, I got a point, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I do want to bring this up.
Okay.
You were dating a coworker, and that's something we talk about frequently. How does that work?
I mean, so at the time I was actually with my ex.
Yeah.
So when I'm with somebody, I don't even look at anybody
So
else
when you
as
started
me.
at Wet, that first week when I saw you at Wet, you were with your ex, and then
and
okay.
then what happened was we just kind of like had a comment. We both love music, and that's pretty much like we would talk about the whole time. It's like, hey, invite me to shows, like as a friend and stuff like that. And then eventually when I got single, we always had great conversations, great chemistry. And then finally I was like, you know what, I should give this guy a chance because I found out he liked me. So, and then that's pretty much what happened.
Wow, you just went out with him as friends. That's crazy. And when you guys were going out as friends, did he act like a friend or was he constantly hitting on you?
No, he was very respectful. Very respectful.
MOAmentoring.com.
Now, I want to point one thing out here, though. So each one of you have said the last person that you've been with has been you met through friends. That's like exceptionally rare right now because when you look at the stats, the number one way that men and women meet, of course, is online through Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, that kind of stuff. What's been on the decline is meeting your next boyfriend, maybe your husband, via the church, through your family, through your friends, through school, through work. All of that's been on the decline really since about 2010. And then the one thing that's been spiking, of course, has been online dating. All right. Yeah. So hear me out. I think here's a theory for you. Tell me if I'm wrong about this. the higher the level of attractiveness of the woman, the more likely it is that she will meet that guy through friends, as opposed to like the more average woman is going to be the one that is going to be on Tinder that's going to make those hookups on there. Do you think that's
one more time?
Do you think that's plausible?
The average?
Well, so more elite level women, like let's just say very attractive women, don't meet men through. They meet them through friends. Clearly,
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly my point.
Rather than the average woman who is statistically meeting the guys that they're with through Tinder. So
I don't think the average woman meets guys through Tinder. I really don't. I still think it's through normal.
I've got the stats.
You think the average girl? I think the average girl meets guys through social media, through
true.
internet.
Yeah,
so when you count,
Instagram,
I think if we were to count Facebook and Instagram
Facebook
together,
is the number one
it's
online
10 times more than it would be Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge together. I think Instagram alone would be 10 times more. Just when you look at like none of those three dating apps have a billion active users. And Instagram has 2 billion. I don't think it's even close.
So let me clarify why am I making this theory here is because what I think is a lot of guys see those stats and they see that the average woman is meeting the average guy online. And so what I have found out is through like very attractive women say, well, he had the balls to come up and actually approach me. He had the balls to actually say, hey, well, let's go be friends, go see a show or something together. He actually, and that right now I think is like what's called playing to the meta, right? Everybody else is doing like Tinder and Hinge and Bumble, and it'd be so nice if a guy would just have the sack up and like ask me out on a date kind of thing. That becomes novel.
Yeah, most of the guys that I dated, I told them to fuck off so many times, but they were consistent. They were persistent. So I liked that. I was like, okay, I've told you to fuck off. You're still around. I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, it's like I always say it's like when it comes to men, it's like if you want me, come and get me.
Right.
Like make it known.
Yeah.
That's some alpha shit. Like if you want me, come and come and
I
get
was
me.
going to say that's the number one thing.
Wait,
I get
you
from
saying that or he's saying that?
No, like, I'm saying like if he wants me,
for sure. You got to put in some effort for sure.
Put some effort.
Yeah, but there is still a minimum level of like height, physical attractiveness, like level of charisma
100%.
that he has to meet. This is one of the things because girls leave these fucking weird signals that really throw dudes off when they're like, yeah, I just care that he treats me well, and it's okay if he has a dad bod. And then I look at who you date, and I'm like, no, that linebacker you're dating doesn't have a dad bod. Like, you're saying
down under.
You're saying shit that isn't true, and it's really frustrating for dudes. It's really frustrating. Do you understand how frustrating it is for men?